Hello everyone, I'm SithLuke53 and welcome to the first custom spotlight. Today, we'll be looking at how I made a character that I'm sure you're all familiar with, and that is Timothy. Now for all who are not aware, Timothy is based off of a LBSCR Billington E2 just like Thomas, except he did not have the extended side tanks. Timothy was first introduced in a creepypasta called The Untold Story of Timothy. And if you had a childhood just like mine, you were probably exposed to the Thomas fan film from Silver Knight 925. And in the kind words of a good friend, what the is this thing? Timothy's body is just a crappy reskin of an E2. Heck, even the smoke box was painted in this awful white livery. And I'm not even gonna talk about the face until later on. For the longest time, I've kept this custom in the dark. The only people that knew about the custom's existence was the stream team. Their users will be in the description. I recommend subscribing to them. Now let's talk about the process of making the model. The model that I use is a 1992 Tommy Thomas that I bought at a train show a year ago. I took the chassis from my old Timothy custom, so that means I had to kill him. Don't worry, I still have the old shell intact. So I took one of my spare Tommy shells and started by cutting off the splashers, and then the side tanks. So now with the side tanks completely removed, it was time for the next step. So after I finished cutting up the body, I immediately sanded the entire body to make it smooth. I sanded the bunker extensions and even the cab outlines. Once that was done, I covered the extra cab windows using a piece of cardboard and paper. As for the side tanks, I used nothing but cardboard for this step. As a precaution, I put an extra set of layers of cardboard inside of the shell so that the cardboard that's on the end of the tanks doesn't bend and possibly fall off. I don't think it'll be noticeable. Now for the boiler, I cut out pieces of cardboard and bent it to give it a round look. To test if it works, I put the smoke box on the body and it looks pretty good so far. As for the chassis, I cut off the lamp and the lamp irons, sanded the smoke box frames down, and covered the footplate with paper. Now with that phase over with, it was time for the easy parts. Now that the cutting and sanding is over with, it was time to paint this boy. I applied the shell with a black coat, and before anyone pointed out, yes, I put a safety valve on him. After adding a second coat of black, I painted the smoke box so that it matches and won't look weird. While the paint was drying, I started painting the footplate and the running board. It was going well until... yeah, this happened. Don't worry, I wasn't gonna let that stop me. As for the buffers, I painted them with silver, and looking at actual pictures of the E2 Timothy's based on, it looks like he has silver buffers. Those are silver, right? Moving on. I was going for an LBSC black thread stripes, and as an extra bonus, I cut off another lamp iron from a broken Thomas body, glued it on the roof of the cab, and painted it. I also painted the handrails on the side, and I painted the front coupling and that area under the smoke box. I used a Sharpie to do the cab windows, and once all the paint dried up, I attached the last of the wheels, glued the smoke box to the shell, and as soon as it was dry, I gave him the Soda in London logo and the number 100. I'll tell you right now, it was a pain trying to paint the number on him. When I finally got the number on him, I put the shell on the chassis, and now it was time for the final phase. Now it's time for the moment you've all been waiting for, the face. So for the face, I took a picture of a Timothy face and edited it on Flip-a-Clip. Now I know what you're probably thinking. Why does he look like half his face was heavily burned? Well, that actually plays a role in the aftermath of the repeatedly told story of Timothy video that I made, but that's another video to talk about. So once I printed the faces, I slapped it on the model, and this is where Timothy currently stands. I'd say this is the most detailed custom I've made, and I'm proud of this model of Timothy. Not to mention, I believe I'm the first one to make a Timothy custom with both the safety valve and the whistle. I also like how I did the numbers on the front and back of the bumper beam. I didn't give Timothy backlining because I don't believe the E2s had backlining, and I thought it won't look good. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about it. If it does well, I will definitely make more, and if it doesn't, I'm gonna make more anyway. But something tells me it won't be the last big project I'll make. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the customer spotlight. Thank you all for watching, and have a good one!